All right, here we go. How's it going, everyone? Good morning. It is 8:30 a.m. Eastern, Monday. Let's start the week off right. Let's get some good momentum going. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and check news. So, opening up Forex Factory here. Why is all the other currencies showing? What's up with that? Does it not remember my preferences? What the heck? Okay, so we got nothing going on today. No News Monday. So keep that in mind when we're going into the market, right? It's No News Monday. So I'm going to screenshot that. And then I'm going to log into Trade So bang, there's a screenshot. Let's go ahead and put that in the Discord. Here we go. Let's lock in. I'm going to log into Trade on my other screen. Once again, guys, we just got to keep showing up. And, that's all that matters is just showing up and taking good trades. So that's what I'm going to do. That is exactly what I'm going to do. So let's take a look at what we got going on. I'm going to open up my journals and start recording stuff down. Maybe mapping out some higher time frame models, right? This is still pre-market. So just probably do some pre-market analysis, figure out what we got going on. And I got to figure out what accounts I'm trading. Okay. Where's my pen? I gotta find my pen. Right. I'm just gonna be writing down what accounts I'm trading. Honestly, guys, I'm considering just making the executive decision to just start trading all my accounts again. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it's just getting to the point where, I either want to start getting some momentum going or, let's just start from the eval phase. I don't know. It's just kind of annoying. I just kind of want to, maybe give it a shot. So I'm considering it. Funded 8. Funded 11. Funded 12. I'm just writing down all the counts right now. 1 to 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So multiples of 9. I might not do that though. I'm just thinking. All right. Actually, I'm gonna make a. Sorry guys, I'm just thinking in my head right now of what I want to do for how many accounts I want to trade. Hey, what up? I didn't expect you to stream this fast. Yeah, so I'm trying to make it a new routine where I get up at 8:30. 8:30 Eastern, because that way I can have, an hour to do pre-market analysis. So that's kind of what I'm thinking from now on. So expect it to start around 8:30. I know that the last couple times, they don't start until 9:15, but I really am going to try and get in the routine now of having them start at 8:15. So I'm just trying to figure out how many accounts I want to trade, and I know this might be kind of dumb, but I'm kind of just at the point where, like, I kind of just want to go and say, like, these accounts that I have that are on the borderline, I kind of just want to say, let's just trade everything. And because I'm just so sick of just having them be on the borderline, I'd rather just, because my plan from the beginning was to just, $200 per trade and just see what happens, either blow them or pass them. And it's just getting to the point where I'm like, I don't know. You just kind of have to take a leap of faith. I'm just considering trading all of them. But I know that's kind of dumb, but I am considering it. But I'm also considering maybe just trading like half of them again. So this is what I got right now, right? Just so you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I know it's kind of dumb, but I got these 9 accounts left. Some of them I traded from the overnight session the other day. And they're doing a lot better, but the other ones are just still right at the borderline. So, I don't know. Just considering my options here. Okay, so pre-market analysis. Let's figure out what we got going on. How do we want to do this? How should we start? Maybe, I guess we could mark out like, we should frame out some models. So what kind of models do we got going on? Okay, I want to get my other screen back. So I'm going to switch these on either side. Okay. Do we have SMT with this low? So, you know, obviously we've taken this low resistance liquidity, so we're starting to get a little bit of a move up. This is, to me, this is the most obvious displacement leg. We just rebalanced the premium of that. I'm curious to see how this candle closes. Yeah, it's a 4-hour gap here. Like, normally I try and frame a model, but I have no idea what model is even running right now. Very nice rejection block. Alright, this is a giant wick. So 1 hour rejection block. We swept out the low. There was not SMT, but so, right, we had sweep of that low. What kind of low was that? Oh, we're looking at, no wonder it's kind of not making sense. We're looking at two of the same chart. Okay. So I guess maybe like this 4-hour gap you could consider as the key level, and then wait, actually I think we do have SMT. Lower low. Wait, no we don't. Or do we? Both of them are lower lows, aren't they? Maybe not then. Right, so then we have a sweep here of this low. And what kind of low was this? Let's see. It was AM, so it was a significant low. So we swept out AM into the 4-hour gap. Yeah, I really am considering just trading all the accounts again, because I'm just at the point where it's just like, let's just either reset or just, you know, Get some momentum going. I don't know. That's probably pretty dumb, but it's probably pretty dumb. Okay, New York AM. Once again, higher time frames bearish. In the short term, looks like this was a buy model. Off of this 4-hour gap. We ended up getting 15-minute change state delivery here. I'm surprised there wasn't S&T, but maybe I just missed it, because typically when you see this, you typically get S&T. But I'm not seeing S&T. I mean, it's almost S&T. Right, so this was a 2022 model on the 15-minute, right? Because we break this high, right? You see how we broke this high with displacement? So then this is a 2022 fair value gap right around equilibrium. So now let's measure our standard deviations of that. Right, you see how the flow state and 2022 models kind of overlap with each other interchangeably? It's kind of cool to me, right? Because they're both how the markets move. So the fourth standard deviation aligns with this high here. Pretty nice draw on liquidity, I'd say. And I wonder if it's a, significant high, right? Yeah, it's New York AM high. This actually makes a lot of sense, right? Think about it from a CRT perspective, right? Assume New York AM is one candle. It makes sense that we sweep out New York AM's low and then go to New York AM's high, aligned with that fourth standard deviation. So this is kind of the model that I'm seeing playing out right now. Only thing is I have not seen S&T at all. Okay, I guess actually, yeah, there's S&T with YM at the low. Okay, that's, at least something, right? S&T with YM at the low. I'm curious to see if this 2022 gap is within a gold block partition. Let's go look at that. Bring it up one. Okay, then down one. So it's showing that we're kind of already at the high. Okay, let's bring it up another one. Good morning, Bruce. How's it going, man? So right now, I'm just framing possible models doing pre-market analysis. I'm not really, this segment of time in the morning is kind of just me analyzing pre-market. I mean, it's a slow and steady chop up is the thing. So first standard deviation was hit, second standard deviation was hit, and now we've hit the third standard deviation. Are we going to go to the fourth? I don't know. I do not know. Good. But yeah, this is the model that, clearly right now, at least has been running. But we got to be prepared for, the higher time frame's bearish. So we got to figure out, okay, what kind of reversal, like what would be a reversal we could get if the market does reverse. But then again, like, Monday typically starts the week out and manipulates, right? Monday typically manipulates. So it kind of makes sense in the context of the week, right? If Monday is going to manipulate higher, so I'm going to put this in my journal as a possibility, right? Once again, pre-market, we're just kind of just outlining ideas. Nothing set in stone. So like I was saying, right? Kind of feels like, New York AM was kind of the range. We sweep one side of that range, so kind of feels like we'll probably target the other side of that range. Like this is like a classic CRT, right? Then again, though, could we easily reject? Yeah. We gotta keep that as a possibility, and then go lower. But in the short term, it kind of makes sense because Monday typically, if Monday's gonna manipulate for the week, then it's gonna move higher before the rest of the week moves lower. Okay, this is just outline of a possibility, right? We don't know for sure, but I'm gonna screenshot this and put it in my journal as a possibility, right? We could be drawn to AM's highs. Oh, and then SMT with YM at the low. And as always, let me know what you guys think as well. And if you guys disagree with me, because I don't want to get tunnel vision. Like, I'm trying to, make money too, so I don't want to get tunnel vision. Alright. So what would this be? 4 hour, 15-minute model. So August 4th, 2025, 8:55 Eastern. Possible 4 hour, 15-minute model. Okay. So why else could we be drawing up to here? I mean, this is definitely a CRT, right? Like on the 4 hour, or I guess maybe the 2 hour, just this giant wide range candle body. We wick below. I think we'll draw up to New York AM size. It just kind of makes sense. But could I be wrong? Yes. So I guess let's drop down into a lower time frame. On the lower time frame, we have 15-minute gap here. And then dropping down another time frame. I guess let's go to the 1 minute. That's a line time frame. Kind of looking like, did we get SMT at this low? Actually, I can't tell. Oh, looks like we did, right? I think. Could it? Might be wrong. Nope, this is a lower low than this, and this is a higher low than this. So there's SMT here. So very subtle, but yeah, there was SMT there. 15-minute for value gap. So looking like a accumulation range, right? It's looking a lot like accumulation in here. This thing, right? Accumulation. $15-minute for value gap. And then we have another SMT here, right? So we have two SMTs. So first SMT with this low, and then another SMT with this low. Okay. So what aligns with the 15-minute, the 1 minute? So let's see, where do we, kind of feels like here's manipulation. And then we have that change state of delivery. So 1 minute change state of delivery as well, 2022 gap, right? You notice how these models just kind of line up with each other. Then again though, is it possible we haven't, like, you gotta be careful, because I can't, I would think manipulation would not have happened until, the market opened, right? I think we might, it's a little too soon to say, oh, manipulation already happened. Then again, though, let's just mark out the model. What I'm saying is, remember how before, market open does the manipulation? We gotta be careful of that. Because then if we don't prepare for that, then we could get offside. So this is a giant liquidity pool right here. Oh, what just happened? As always, guys, tell me what you guys are thinking so far for the morning. And this liquidity pool, you know, it aligns well with that fourth standard deviation. So we hit the second standard deviation. So I think we're drawing to the fourth, aligned with that liquidity pool. But once again, like, could market open manipulate us lower first? Absolutely, especially because we have bearish S&P. Oh my gosh, I did not see that. So we do have bearish S&P, but I don't know. Higher time frame is bullish, so in the very short term, obviously. Okay, I don't even care about this S&P, to be honest. And then, yeah, break of structure here. So, nice little 2022 gap here. As always, you know, in discount of the displacement. No, yeah, it's probably stupid to trade all my accounts. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to trade probably like half of them. I don't know. Yeah, I just got to be smart. I'm not going to do anything unless it's obvious, right? Anyway, I'm going to screenshot this and put it in my journal. Oh, and I kind of want to also show that this was, this fair value gap wasn't discount. You see how nicely these 2022 models will form We break structure for buy gap and discount. But as always, I'm you know, skeptical because market open has not happened yet, so we don't really know for sure what's gonna happen. 15-minute, 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, I should probably figure out how many accounts I'm gonna trade. I don't think I should trade all of them. I gotta be smart here, right? I can't. I know I want to, but I gotta ease back into it. So let me switch back to the other screen. Let's make a new group. Jake's accounts 2. So yeah, I'll trade 5 of the 9 because what was I gonna say? Yeah. Okay, 5 contracts. 12, 5, 6, 2, 11. Okay. Back to the other screen. Okay, I think I'm just gonna watch price now. Have a general idea of what we could be looking at, but you hate today so much. Why? Yo, we hit 1.12K. Let's go. Oh, yo, 2 subscribers. Thanks, guys. All my positions were break even. Yeah, that is annoying. Alright, so look at this. We got liquidity sweep, break of structure, very nice displacement. Remember, we had S&T at this low. And this is most definitely in discount of this displacement. And, you know, it's the fair value gap is below this consolidation. So I'm curious, maybe market open will manipulate into this gap. Because this gap has not been touched, and it's looking like a nice looking 2022 gap. So honestly, what I'd probably think we should get is, let's draw this out. So this is our 1 minute gap in discount. So one minute discount 2022 for value gap. My eyes are kind of looking at this, right? I'm curious if it was a 5 minute gap, because then we could probably do flow state off of it. Yep, it is, right? 5 minute for value gap. So honestly, what I would want to see is 5 minute for value gap, and then we get 30-second change state delivery off of it, and then we run it up from there. That's kind of what I'm feeling for today. So once again, this is looking like accumulation here. So honestly, I kind of want to see. I kind of want to see us dip into that 5 minute gap in discount, and then get 30-second change of state delivery. So, like this. I'm wondering. Oh, let's check stat map. Okay, session manipulation level was right there. Session distribution level is all the way up here. Wow. We could go pretty far, you know. That's a long way away. So, interesting. I might trade all my accounts today. I don't know. Might just start doing it, and then just, my plan from the beginning was just, trade all the accounts, whatever happens, risking $200 per trade. Right, so session distribution level all the way up here. Session manipulation level here. It looks like we've already kind of gone there, right? This looks like we've been basically saying been there, done that. Session manipulation level. We hit that. We got any end dogs? We got a little event horizon right there. But I'm not seeing end dog. What about end wog? Okay, so like I'm saying, guys, what I'm kind of thinking is, well, we got this 5 minute. Actually, I kind of want to look at higher time frame candles real quick. What does 15-minute candles look like? So yeah, this is a 15-minute gap as well. So it kind of would make sense for us to manipulate into this 15-minute gap before expanding to these highs. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling this is going to be manipulation. Okay, so my eyes kind of go to this 5-minute gap and discount. We got equal lows. So yeah, I want to see these equal lows get swept on market open. Right? That kind of makes sense. Accumulation, manipulation of those equal lows. And then what I'll probably look for is some kind of SMT. Maybe it's like that. This is just, a possible idea. Once again, we're not trying to predict. We're going to react to what the market gives us. But we got equal lows here. So, we could get a sweep of these equal lows with SMT and then manipulation and then distribution. Just a possibility, right? Okay. So I might just go use the bathroom. We got 11 minutes till market open. Alright, I decided in the bathroom I'm going to be trading all my accounts. Good morning. Oh, I thought you said, I read that from like far away. I was like, does that say grooming? He's in the toilet right now. Yeah. So, oh man, I know this might be dumb, but I'm at the point where, you know, my initial plan from the very beginning was just to trade these accounts, $200 just per trade. And, you know, copy trade them all. And I really just am at the point where, I don't know, this might be dumb, but I just kind of want to take a leap of faith and just maybe trade all the accounts. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Either going to trade half of them or all of them. But, okay. I'm curious, this is actually going to be helpful to figure out, do we have a gold block partition down here? Let's drag this down one more. Yup. Guys, this 5-minute for value gap is within the gold block partition. Because it was being kind of annoying. So what I'm looking for is if it'll actually let me. It keeps switching back and forth. This is so annoying. Okay. Oh, this is actually the most annoying thing. Okay, I'm gonna switch it back. Okay. So that 5-minute for value gap, that was that 2022 for value gap that I was talking about, it is within this gold block partition. And so that's exactly what we want to see for a high probability gap, right? And not only, you know, it makes a little bit more sense to draw it out like this anyways, because this is kind of like the true inefficiency right here. So I'm really liking the idea of let's wait for us to sweep these lows after market open into this 5-minute gap, and then we'll take 30-minute change state delivery up to the high of the dealing range. It's probably what I'm gonna do, and I think I'm gonna trade all my accounts. No, I'm gonna do it. You know, it's a mistake. It's fine. I just genuinely am at the point where, you know, I just gotta take a leap of faith and stop only trading like one or two. I think I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just ready to just move on, and then either reset and then do evals again or whatever. But yeah, 5-minute for value gap. Actually, 5-minute BPR, right? This is a giant 5-minute balanced price range. And then right here, we have that for value gap gold block partition right here, right? So my eye is drawing to that. Once again, why do I care about this for value gap? Well, because this was a 2022 model, right? Liquidity sweep, break of structure. Two minutes till market open. I think market open is going to dump because we got equal lows, and I mean, this is just such a good for value gap. So liquidity sweep, break of structure. I want to see us come down to this fair value gap, which is also in discount of this displacement. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So this is, having the gold block levels is kind of like having X-ray mode on the market. Like, you know exactly what fair value gap the market makers want to push price to. It's this fair value gap and discount. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Once again, we have equal lows here. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, we are going higher right now. I guess market just opened. Okay, let's see what happens here. I still think we could come to these equal lows. It's very possible. Then again, the draw on liquidity is higher. Yeah, we didn't. Wow, I'm surprised the market didn't even want to manipulate at all. Maybe we'll still manipulate though. I don't know, I kind of, it would make sense that market open manipulates. And once again, guys, look at the higher time frame, right? We sweep out all these lows. Essentially, this is a giant CRT. So what am I looking at? Well, this is a giant candle range. So we sweep this out, we wick down below it, and so this is actually specifically, this is New York AM session. So this entire thing right here is New York AM session. So what I'm looking at, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, is I think we'll drop to this because that's also the 4-hour for value gap. But it's kind of feeling like it's not going to give us an opportunity, which is kind of stupid. But yeah, kind of feeling this is the draw on liquidity, this 4-hour gap. But then again, looking like now, maybe we come down, maybe we do come down, right? So this wick is an awesome draw on liquidity because this is New York AM sessions high, and it's that 4-hour for value gap in premium. I just don't know when, if we're going to go straight there. It kind of feels like we are at this point. I hate when this happens. I don't even know what to do. Like, I just feel like whenever we do manipulate, I always get manipulated, and whenever we don't manipulate, it feels like I always miss the move. It's just so annoying. So yeah, we're getting good displacement. It's still possible we do manipulate, but possibly at this point we're just going to continue higher. I mean, we already kind of used this 2022 gap, if I'm being honest, and that might be all that was needed. Because you can see how this was already a gap that was used. So why would we need to use this one? Like, we probably don't. Does that make sense? We already swept liquidity, broke structure, returned to this fair value gap. So maybe we don't need to return to this one. Just a thought. Let's see if we hit that 4th standard deviation or not. Yeah, so we are around that 4th standard deviation, so we could get a retracement. Very well possibly could get a retracement. Because now we are at that max extension. But I don't know if we will. To be honest, it's kind of feeling like we're just expanding towards that draw. Stat map? Yeah. Let's look at stat map. I did kind of take a quick glance at stat map, and we already went to this statistical manipulation level. So, kind of thinking we could drop to this, especially because, let's see, right? I see this giant wick as being the draw on liquidity, as well as the 4 hour for value gap and premium. I don't know why my screen is so glitched right now. Because whatever happened, because I drew out the 4 hour for value gap, whatever happened to that? Did I delete it? Anyway, this AM high is also the 4 hour for value gap. Yeah, you're good. Kind of annoying because I feel like this always happens where we know where the market's drawing, but we just don't know how to enter really. It's like, it's the pain of this happens all the time. I swear, so much of the time, if I could just, when we're just expanding towards a draw on liquidity, if I just entered, I would, I'd be making so much money. But I just don't think that's the right thing to do, necessarily. Yeah, patience. Looks like we're going to hit this draw on liquidity. This is also that 4 hour for value gap, right? Dang it, man. I don't know. There's not much I can do. It just does whatever it wants, and it's like exactly what I was saying it's going to do, but it's going without us. Once again, right? You see how this was the trade of the day, actually, before we got on the charts. Unfortunately, at, 8:16, I wasn't even on the charts, so there was not really anything I could do about it. But, right, we had accumulation, so S&T. Like, this is just such a clean trade, and there's nothing I can do because it was before I got on the charts. So, S&T... right, accumulation, and then S&T, we sweep liquidity here, we break structure. Oops, I meant we sweep liquidity here. And then we break structure here. And then, now all of a sudden we retrace into this fair value gap and discount. And all of a sudden this is a really nice 2022 model. And you could have even, if you really wanted to play it safe, you could have even taken this as a flow state off of that 2022 gap, right? So 5 minute BPR. So you could have taken this as a, okay, we come down, or maybe it'd be better as a 5 minute order block, actually. Yeah, now I'm looking at it, probably want to mark it out as the order block. 5 minute order block, and then 30-second change of state delivery, retest. 1, 2, 3, 4. All standard deviations hit. Oh, man. The pain of knowing what's going on, but missing it every time. OTE tap. Jake trades at OTE tap. Oh, man. So, looks like we hit our draw on liquidity. There we go. So, that model that I framed right when I got on the charts, completely right. But we did not get an entry. At least I didn't get an entry. Maybe you guys did. I don't know. but I did not get an entry. There's AM. Bang. So why did I think we were drawing to AM high? Well, to me, this seems like essentially this is a giant candle range, right? Literally, this entire thing is AM session. We sweep out the low of AM session. We wick below it. So what do I think? Okay, we wick below AM session low. We're probably going to draw to AM session high. I mean, this is just a giant CRT, right? Candle range, wick below. Okay, now we're going to draw to AM's high. And you can see how you can use this for bias this entire way up, right? So maybe there was a trade within this 1 hour gap. Actually, BPR. It's a 1 hour BPR. But yeah, guys, CRT for bias, amazing, right? We sweep out AM's lows. We're probably going to draw to AM's highs. Once again, this is New York AM session right here. See that? See how obviously that's New York AM session? So, something subtle most people wouldn't realize, but yeah, incredibly valuable. So, the way, honestly, looks like, yeah, this actually looks the most obvious. This is probably the most obvious trade. We had accumulation. Yep, now all of a sudden it makes total sense. Accumulation, when you pair it with the 5 minute, all of a sudden this makes so much sense. 1 hour BPR, accumulation, manipulation, five-minute change state delivery, and then we also hit the Jake trades at OTE, probably. Yep, Jake trades at OTE tap right there. Flow state OTE. And the pain of always know what's going on and then just missing it every time. And where did we go? From flow state OTE to the 8th standard deviation. Sniper model, baby. I'm naming it right now. Sniper model. This is the sniper model. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. And what was aligned with the 8th standard deviation, guys? What was aligned with it? AM's highs. Bang. Actually, we even measured it out wrong. So now all of a sudden this actually does line up with AM's highs. Bang. I can't make this up. Like every single day I try and, you know, like I wish I was just like, you know, I don't know what to talk about today. But every single day there's always something perfect that happens in the market to talk about. It's just so funny. Like I can't make this up. Otherwise I would have nothing to talk about. But we go from the OTE of the 5-minute change state delivery, body to the low. We go from OTE of the market maker model to the 8th standard deviation aligned with AM's high. I can't make that up. I can't. Like, I wish I was just like, oh yeah, I don't know what to talk about today, but nah, I know exactly what to talk about. We went from this 1 hour BPR, accumulation, manipulation of the lows, to the OTE of the manipulation, to the 8th standard deviation. Like, I want to be like, oh yeah, I don't know what to talk about today, but no. It's perfect. The market's perfect. Just like, I would have had to been on the charts at literally 8:05. So there was no entry for me. Now, maybe, you know, maybe do we hit discount of this? We don't really hit discount, so Yeah, there was a 5-minute for value up here, but I was looking for this lower 5-minute gap to get filled, and so we didn't actually go hit that. So there wasn't really opportunity. I don't know what to say. Sucks, because I swear I see this stuff all the time. Maybe I should just like, if I was at my own place and I had unlimited free time, I would just watch the market 24/7 and live stream 24/7, because why not? And then I would definitely catch this one day, right? It's coming. It's just, not yet, right? I'm not at that point yet. But I would love to just get to the point where I had my own place and I could just watch the market 24/7 and actually catch these trades instead of missing them, because then I could see this and be like, oh yeah, obviously this is accumulation, obviously this is manipulation. SMT right here with this low. Yeah, obviously, it sucks because, like, we did just totally call this whole thing. But it just goes to show that we have the skills to be able to catch it in the future, so. I'm never going to stop showing up. That's the main thing. Alright, I don't think we're going to get anything. Sucks. Sounds good. Sounds good, yeah. I'm at the point where I'm like, yep, I don't think we will get a setup either, man. It's just so stupid. Like, market just expanded without us. I don't even know how I could have got an entry. It kind of sucks. Whatever. Yep. Good night, man. Talk to you later. So I'm going to put this in my journal. Whatever. I just want to kind of just chill and sit down, because I don't think we're going to get anything. Ugh. Yeah, we will. It just sucks, because I swear this happens every time. And I don't even know what we were supposed to do, because, yeah. Like, we didn't even retrace into a discount of this. Like, I would have totally gotten entry had we just retraced in the discount of this price leg, but we didn't. I mean, yeah, I could have entered off of this 5-minute gap with a 30-second change to delivery, and this actually probably would have worked out really well. But it's not really in discount. I don't know. It's something I'm just going to have to backtest and figure out if that would be okay. Probably would be. Right? 5-minute gap. It'd probably be fine. So 30-second change day delivery. Once again, I like to enter on the wick because once again the wick is an order block, so there's no reason to not be able to enter on that. So 30-second change day delivery. And so even though the change day delivery happens there, entry would be here. So yeah, I could have taken this, and I mean it's pretty clean, right? Clean accumulation, but we did have equal lows, right? We did have equal these. I mean they're not perfectly equal, but it was totally possible for us to manipulate them, and I was kind of hoping that's what was gonna happen. That's not what happened though, but yeah. So I need to make a new. I'm gonna make a new channel for 5-minute 30-second. Okay. One day at a time, guys. One day at a time. You can't be too upset. Like this, at least we can spot it, right? We can spot it. So we should be able to catch him in the future. That's what matters. I'm wondering if we got SMT. Yep, we got SMT with this low. So oh yeah, it kind of makes sense now in hindsight why we didn't need to go lower, because this model on the 5-minute and 30-second is actually very clean. It's actually very, very clean. Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy, Javier. Once again, as always, sniper entry right there. There's our flow state sniper entry. Well, I probably would have measured it out like that, and then I might not get filled. I'd barely get filled. Anyway. Wow, my computer's being slow. Two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. I mean, we just keep going. This just never stopped. This could have been like a 20-hour trade. It's crazy, man. Like, I feel like every day we're so close, and I just do something wrong. Well, I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. It's just I missed it. I didn't see that there was this model running. So I will mark out that we hit OT here. I'm just going to call it regular. I'm just going to call it OT. And then I'll show that we hit the 4th standard deviation. So I probably won't take anything. And that was what I wanted, the move I wanted to get was that. Wow, my computer's being slow. Well, dang it. Might just sit down for a second. At this point, yeah, we're not gonna get anything high probability, so I'm just gonna sit down. Oh, dang, now there's 7 of you watching. There's a lot more, dang. Well, just so you guys know what happened, right? So now that there's 7 of you watching, just so you guys know what happened, there was there's 2 really nice models running. And they, one of them happened before I got on the charts, so there's nothing I could do about that. The other one, the fair value gap wasn't in discount, so I wasn't even thinking to frame a model off of it, but ended up working out. So this was the 5-minute 30-second model. We have SMT with this low, accumulation, manipulation, 30-second change day delivery. And then we run up way past the 4th standard deviation. We run up to the 8th and 10th, 12th. We be like a 20-to-1. And then also note how we backtest optimal trade entry. And then on the 1 hour, 5 minute, right? 1 hour BPR, accumulation, manipulation, change state delivery, back test of OTE. We go up to the 4th standard deviation and the 8th standard deviation, lined up with AM's highs, and we just kept going. So, obviously, you know, I wish we could have been part of the move, but I mean, maybe you guys were. I don't know, because we definitely knew where it was drawing, but I mean, I just didn't get an entry. So, yeah, I'm just gonna keep showing up. But yeah, that's kind of what happened today. Was this move here? Once again, this happened right at 8 a.m. So I don't really think there was an entry. And then this 5-minute gap was the gap I was just talking about. So, yeah. And I mean, like I always say, like, there's always something to talk about. Like, I wish I could just be like, oh yeah, I don't know what's going on this morning, but I know exactly what happened this morning, right? We swept these lows into the bottom of this 1 hour BPR. We got our change state delivery on the aligned time frame, went to OTE with SMT, and then expanded perfectly. So, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get anything. So I'm just gonna lay down. So there we go. We're still going. Still going. I do think, from a weekly range perspective, this is manipulation before we distribute even lower. Most likely. Could be wrong, actually. But we do have I actually don't know for sure. Okay, I think I'll just close out trade of 8. Unless we get something else, and then I'll open it back up again. But as of right now, the expansion's clearly already happened. I'm gonna get some water. Obviously, yeah. We saw the whole model. We framed the entire thing. I swear this happens every day. Obviously, I wish we could have gone entry, but you know what? Let's just keep showing up. That's what matters. I think I'm gonna get a Top Step account. Like, just get some Top Step accounts to basically obviously keep daily drawdown in place, but I want to do more freedom to do whatever I want to do on the Top Step accounts. Like, if I want to take a flow state OTE trade with really high RR, I could, because, you know, I want to deal with trailing drawdown like I would on Apex. Whereas with the Apex accounts, I wouldn't really consider taking that as a flow state OTE. About time, bro. Wait, about time for what? Previous month's midpoint. Yeah. So Top Step? Oh yeah. Yeah, well I want to get some Top Step accounts just so I can take some of these higher RR trades and not have to worry about trailing drawdown. Because I actually do think I'm the type of trader that can catch those higher RR trades. I mean, obviously I won't catch it every time, but you know, if I can catch it sometimes, it'd be kind of nice. And obviously it's never all or nothing, but that's why I scale out. So yeah, maybe I'll just get like, I don't even know. I'd have to think about it. But you like Top Step, Javier? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna probably just get some Top Step accounts, to be honest, yeah. And I'm just gonna trade. I'm just gonna officially just, you know, I'm gonna trade all my fundeds at once again because I'm at the point where I just gotta take a leap of faith and just, you know, the whole point of the accounts is just do $200 risk per trade across all the accounts. So I'm just at the point where, you know, let's just trade them and see what happens. So, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, we kind of saw this coming. We did kind of see this coming. So where could we be going to, right? Well, it's clear at this point now we're having obvious displacement higher. You're sleeping on MF instant payout, no activation fee. I mean, yeah, I'm probably am. Is my funded futures like, you know, pretty reputable? I'm pretty sure, right? Maybe you should get a My Funded Futures account as well. Wow, very, like, this is a very, I'm trying to think of the word. This candle's very momentous. So, yeah, man. I have two My Funded Futures. They're the second best thing. I might get some My Funded Futures accounts as well then, but I don't know. I think I'll just do, you know, I don't want to have too many prop firms because then I'm not going to be able to trade all the accounts. I just want, right now I'm probably just thinking Top Step for trades that are higher RR that I would not take on my Apex accounts because, you know, trailing drawdown and stuff. That's probably what I'm thinking. Dang, man. We totally called this whole model. What can we say? And where do we go, guys? Where do we go? The gap in price action. This is the paint roller analogy, right? Up, down, up, down. Oh, there's a gap in the paint. What happens? We fill the gap. Bang. Another one, right? Just look at how the market just fills these gaps. Like it's like a gap in the paint, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Up, down, up, down, up. Oh, there's a gap in the paint. Bang. I guess we could do some higher time frame stuff, because I don't know what to say about this other than I really do think we missed the move. Now, interestingly, this 5 minute change day delivery was nice as well. I could have taken that. Oh, and look at how we backtest OT here. That's crazy. 5 minute change day delivery. We backtest OT. Dang, man. There's just so many models running at all times. It's crazy. Yeah, I guess let's just look at the higher time frame. I don't know what else to do right now. So, where could we be drawing? There's a little gap right here, which I'm guessing is in premium. Yeah, very much is. It's also New Day opening gap. Two different New Day opening gaps. And so why did I think New York AM was the draw this morning? Why did I think that? Well, this entire move down is all New York AM, right? I'm going to prove it to you right now. Can it go away? Okay. Right? This entire thing was New York AM. So I'm treating this as a range. Conceptually, this entire thing is a range of liquidity. Check the range of the move down. Wait, what do you mean range of the move down? Anyway, this is what I want to show you guys. Interesting. This is what's so fascinating, and why I really highly recommend just, conceptualizing every all the specific ranges, right? Like candle range theory, kind of, right? Where this is a range, we sweep out the low, right? What is this? That's a CRT, so we close back within the range. So now, specifically, this is very specific, right? We close back within the range. Now, our draw on liquidity becomes AM's highs. Notice how very specific this is, right? Very specific session, very specific draw on liquidity, because we sweep out the low, close back within the range, and also note the optimal entry occurs below the close of that CRT. The optimal entry occurs below the close. So, you see that? You see how the optimal entry is down within here? So accumulation, manipulation, that we get in below the close of the manipulation candle and we target AM high. See how precise that is, guys? This is how you get in on objective, unbiased accumulation, manipulation, distribution. It's a very specific range, AM, New York AM, very specific 4-hour candle close, very specific accumulation, very specific manipulation, very specific entry for the distribution, and then we distribute up to AM size. You see why I'm considering this a CRT high? Because, yeah, accumulation, manipulation, close back within the range, up to AM, CRT high. So accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So I'm gonna put this in one of my journals. What up, TRV? So there's a really good model today. Unfortunately, there's nothing we could do to really get an entry, but we did spot the entire move, which is cool. But I didn't take a trade, so it is what it is. Yeah, it did. Let's see, where should I put this one? This is the 1 hour chart, so I'd probably make it daily 1 hour. Probably put it in daily 1 hour. Yep, we went up. So just so you have reference of what I was looking at today, right? We had a 1 hour BPR, accumulation, manipulation of these lows. We end up getting SMT with this low, SMT with this low, 5-minute change state delivery. Also, there's two different ones, right? This 5-minute change state delivery and this 5-minute change state delivery, both of which we tap our flow state OTE, which is something I came up with, which is kind of cool, right? We tap that OTE, then once again, 5-minute change state delivery here, we tap that OTE, and then we expand off the 5-minute change state delivery to AM's high, which was a draw on liquidity because I saw this as a giant CRT, right? This is a giant range. We sweep out the low, 4-hour candle close back within that range. So I'm looking for an optimal entry point below that 4-hour close. You can see that's essentially where the optimal entry was, and that bang up the AM high. I'm curious now that we mentioned this, right? We have this 1 hour rejection block. This is actually really interesting because this could be a model on its own, right? Where you take a higher time frame CRT. Oh, this is really interesting actually. Take a higher time frame CRT. Yo, this actually is really smart actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Take a higher time frame CRT. Once again, we had SMT with that low. And then find a flow state off of the rejection block. Wait, that's actually super smart. Nice. Wait, I'm making this a model. This is actually really smart. We need to make, what would this even be called? So this 4-hour candle close right here. Wait, this is actually super smart. So this is where that 4-hour candle closes. Well, actually, it should. So then, 5-minute change day delivery. Okay, I'm gonna make this a model. I'm gonna name it. So you take a specific higher time frame CRT, and then you find a flow state off of the rejection block of the CRT. So for instance, right, this is a 4-hour candle. So I guess I can give you understanding of what I'm talking about, right? So we have a very specific range, New York AM. It's really interesting. Very specific range. We have a very specific 4-hour CRT, or no, 1-hour CRT. One hour. And then on this candle, we use the rejection block as our key level for flow state. So flow state off the rejection block of a higher time frame CRT. So right on this close is where I would enter. Okay, sweet. So right, so the reason I have this zone highlighted is I want to see us go below the close of that manipulation candle, which we do. So this is inducement right here. Okay, you know what? I know this is, what's his name? Romeo's gonna hate me, bro. But I'm gonna go on Twitter, right? You know how, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Romeo tweeted this out. He said, I don't know if, is this even legal? Like, can I steal his model? Like, okay. I'm not saying I'm stealing his model, but, okay. He says, I'm only tweeting this once. It's like, he might have deleted the tweet. Of course he did. Okay, no, he didn't. This is the first and last time I discuss this in a public setting, so listen carefully. It's called Omega Zero. It is my personal time-based algorithm, and it strikes once a week with 100% accuracy. It's not for sale and never will be. I am only publishing this as a public record. So, guys, I'm kind of just thinking, like, what if I name this model Omega Zero? Is that even allowed? Like, he might be really mad. I accidentally turned on the stream on my pocket. But, like, I don't know. I want to name it something, and I want to name it that. I'm going to get in trouble for it, but I'm going to do it. It's Omega Zero, guys. This is Omega Zero. My own version of it. Right? Where, okay, this was the turtle soup. So what is this? Right? We have a higher time frame CRT. And when there's a CRT, what does that mean? That means by default, there's going to be a rejection block. There has to be. If there's a CRT, that means there has to be a rejection block, which means we can use that as a key level for a flow state. So I'm officially doing this. I'm calling this Omega Zero. This is a model that I'm making up right now. I'm stealing it from Romeo. And so this is 1 hour reject. When you have a, what is it called? When you have a higher time frame CRT, by definition, there must be a rejection block of the manipulation CRT candle, right? There has to be, otherwise it's not a CRT. So that's this rejection block, right? When you have a hard time from CRT, by definition, there must be a rejection block. So we can use that rejection block. As our higher time frame key level for flow state. I feel like I can't call it Omega Zero. I'm gonna get in trouble. Maybe Omega 1. But you get what I'm saying, right? We use this rejection block as our key level for flow state, and then we target the CRT high. So change state delivery. So this is a 1 hour rejection block, 5-minute change state delivery, and we target the CRT high. And that would be 7-to-1 up to the CRT high. So I should ask ChatGPT. Let's figure it out. I'm gonna screenshot this. Bro, if I if I make my own model and call it the same name as a model that someone else already made, am I going to get in trouble? Alright, sounds good. Alright, we gotta make a name for this, guys. What's a good name for this? Okay, sounds good, TRV. I'll see you later. I don't know, man. CRT Flow. That's the best name I can think of right now. That's a terrible name. Such a bad name. Alright, we'll think of a better name later. But that's essentially what it is. Take a hard time from CRT, use the rejection block of that CRT as a flow state. Kind of smart. So 8-3-25 Monday. Okay. CRT flow state model. Just made it up. Bang. You have to admit it's pretty cool. It makes a lot of sense. Genesis Flow. Okay, I like it. Genesis Flow. We're gonna name it Genesis Flow. But it makes a lot of sense, right? If you have a CRT, there has to be a rejection block. There has to be. By definition, there has to be. So we can always use that rejection block as our key level for flow state and then target the opposite side of the range. And that just makes so much sense. What's up, Hyper? How's it going? Just kind of came up with this. This is kind of actually pretty smart. I mean, it's really nice because it's very objective, right? I feel like you can't go wrong when you have a specific range and then a specific CRT of that range. I mean, you're trading something very specific. Do you go back levels work? Yes, go back levels work 100%. Okay, Genesis Flow. Maybe just the Genesis model. Maybe just Genesis. Honestly, Genesis just on its own would be kind of fire. I don't know. Just get rid of the flow. Just call it the Genesis model. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of sweet. Guys, should we just call it the Genesis model? And we should backtest some more. Price action's just chopping around now. We don't care. Did you win, Jake? I didn't take a trade, but I did map out the entire model. But guys, this is actually so smart. Let's just call it Genesis. Yeah. I like it. Okay, Genesis model, guys. We're naming this the Genesis model. Dude, this is so sick. I can't believe we just came up with this. The Genesis model. And it makes so much sense, too. And I could give you another example right here, right? Here's this giant candle range. Dude, Haney, you're a beast. You are such a beast, man. I don't know. It's just like, I feel like every single day you win. But yeah, I framed the entire model. I just didn't get anything. and that's okay. So here's our giant CRT range, right? It's a very specific range from this low to this high. I mean, we could even look at it as maybe this was session. Yeah, anyway, very specific CRT range, right? And then we manipulate the high on the 4 hour with this 4 hour candle. Oh, dude, I know, right? I framed the entire model, dude. Like, I had the entire model framed, but I couldn't get an entry. Yeah. I go look at my journals. I posted everything in my journals where I specifically talk about the market maker models. I couldn't lose this. Dang, yeah. Okay, 4 hour M minus close. So now what are we looking at? We're looking, so by default, when there's a CRT, there must be a rejection block. There must be. By default, there must be a rejection block. So here's the rejection block, the 4 hour rejection block. So then we go in line for the line time frame, the 15-minute, and we find a 15-minute change state delivery off of the 4 hour rejection block. And you can see that happens right there. A target the opposing end of the candle range. This is actually so sick. Guys, Genesis model, oh my, I'm not gonna lie, we just created something amazing. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's very, very specific. That's the beauty of it. All right, it's pretty cool. Yeah, man, we just created something very cool. I'm not gonna lie. I have to use the bathroom again. Yeah, guys. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna get anything at this point. I feel like most likely. No, yeah, no way. We're definitely just consolidating now. So once again, there's two main ways you could have gotten in on a trade. First way was we had this 1 hour gap, and from this 1 hour gap, you could have taken a 5-minute change state delivery, either this one or this one. Either one of them both worked, or even on this close. There's a million ways to do it. Oh, man, I don't know. Did I just not see that? Am I just blind? I guess I'm just blind. But 1 hour BPR, and then either you have this 5-minute change state delivery, you also have this one. And notice how we tap the sniper entry right here. Hey, what up, Medbach? Morning. Pretty clean price action. I just didn't get anything, and you know what? That's okay. Didn't take a loss, but in hindsight, there was a lot of opportunity. I should have got something. So here's our sniper entry, right? Sniper entry. So sniper model is just OTE of flow state, and I just officially decided to call it the sniper model just now, or earlier this week. But yeah, sniper entry, right? When we get flow state, change state delivery, enter at the OTE. Let's just make this box instead. So clean. This is awesome. It doesn't get more perfect than this. I mean, you could have taken this 5-minute change state delivery as well, but this one, either one of them work. Accumulation, manipulation, change in state, and then boom. Off to the moon. Okay. I'm gonna screenshot this. Flow state retest. 1 hour, 5 minute. Okay, I mean, there's lots of other ways to take this exact same trade, but okay. Yeah. Pretty cool model, though. I have to admit. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I don't even know what to look for, so. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna really get anything. Oh, look at this breaker. Oh, guys, this is a good breaker. Wow. Let's see if we have the Reaper in there. We might need to drop down to a lower time frame. I mean, there's this. Bang. Bang. Just beautiful. Oh, you just took along? Oh boy. It might. We got good low resistance highs here. Yeah, that's clean. That's clean. That's a 1 minute. Nice 1 minute. I'm not personally taking anything with, okay, we just got the 2 minute inversion. Actually, yeah, this is pretty clean. This is pretty clean. I kind of want to take this too. But yeah, no, this is pretty clean. I have to admit, this is pretty clean. And we're going into the macro too. Okay, I'm gonna open up Trade of 8. Do we have S&T? We do have S&T. I mean, this should work, right? It's kind of surprising we're drawing all the way down this far. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was just brutal. Oh, you know why? Look at the 3-minute. We didn't inverse the 3-minute. Dang. See, those trades are so tricky because it looks like it's valid, but we don't inverse the 3-minute. I was about to take that. But yeah, we did not inverse the 3-minute. That was the key here, right? We had SMT, we inversed the 2-minute, we did not inverse the 3-minute. And yeah, you can see how that ended up just absolutely, yeah, absolutely tough. But you know what would be interesting is now at this point, now if we inverse this, now this is probably going to be even better. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, the 3-minute had to get inversed. Here's the thing, though. This could actually be even better now. Now that we've swept out this low, and if we get this inversion, now this is even better. This is even better. And I'm wondering if we have SMT now. Yep, we have SMT. So I'm watching this 1 minute. If we can inverse this 1 minute, I'm going to take this. Then again, like, we really need to get momentum. We'll just have to see. We inverse the 2-minute to the downside. YL, my first percent for value gap, which is first percent for value gap, is my baby. Told me. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. See, that's why I feel like inversions like that can be. That's why I've been kind of annoyed with inversions lately. It's because there will be ones that look like that will just fail. And it's because, you know, very small, subtle detail, but 3-minute did not inverse. You come and back down sometime to touch my first percent for a 5, yeah. Where even is it? Um, 931, 932, 934, 935. Yeah, first percent for value gap looks pretty nice. What kind of trade would you look to take off of it, though? That's the thing. I agree. We're probably going to go down to it. I just don't know how you take a trade off of it. Unless you take, like, a 5-second CISD, at which point that's just, like... That's just such a... I mean, I am considering doing it, to be honest. But it's such a Giga Chad move. 5-second change to delivery off the... I might do it though. That's the funny part. Is like I'm considering. Like I've seen it happen twice now. It's created IOFED. What do you mean? Oh, you already entered. Oh, dang. Well, I'm still watching the first percent for value gap. Do you think you should focus on one trading model? No, because it's not models. The market's not models, dude. The market is not. The market doesn't care about your model. The market cares about liquidity. It runs highs and lows. So if you can't understand that, it doesn't matter what model you trade. Which is why I trade. Models are just entries. So I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about learning one model because it's not. The market doesn't care about your model. The market runs to run liquidity, and it doesn't matter if my entry is an inverse or value gap. It doesn't matter if my entry is a change in state of delivery. It doesn't matter if my entry is a 2022 gap. It's not. The market doesn't care about your model. Just saying, like, so no, I completely disagree. I mean, why would it matter what entry model I use when this thing I'm trading is not the entry model? The thing I'm trading is liquidity. You see that volume balance that's holding price right now, Jake, on NQ? Yeah, I see it. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, market's gonna. We have 13 minutes till market. Until I'm gonna get off the charts. So. Are you still in it? You're still long? What trade are you in? Medbach. I thought you went long. Did you not get stopped out from the long? Because you went long on this inversion, right? Oh, you took it on ES? Oh. Oh. Dang, yeah, I see now. Yeah, you haven't got stopped out. That is interesting. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, I feel like personally, I feel like I don't know. Kind of. Let's look at ES. It could end up working, but I don't know. It just kind of feels like at this point it's I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it's like okay, 11 minutes. 10 minutes. Yeah, I didn't take a look. Yeah, I guess, like I was saying, I didn't take a trade today, guys. So, I would have liked to have taken that 5-minute change to delivery, but it's okay. It's okay not to take a trade. So, kind of feeling like it's like sweep. I bet you on the lower time frame. Yeah, this is what it feels like on the lower time frame. It feels like we swept out the high. So on the 30-second, we sweep out the high. So it kind of feels like accumulation. Manipulation, break of structure here. And then retracement into this fair value gap, which is like your 2022 gap. It's kind of what it feels like to me. I feel like we'll go lower off of this. Could be wrong. Well, also, we did not hit equilibrium of this displacement. Well, I guess, actually, no. I lied. We did. So I think we might need to induce this high. Did we end up getting SMT? We did end up getting SMT. Bearish SMT with this high. You know what this is, though? This is a 15-minute order block. So, market is responding to this. It's very sensitive. 15-minute order block. See how sensitive that was? And so now, we swept out this high. Okay, this is actually making a lot of sense. So I'm curious. We might. I mean, this is totally speculation, to be honest. But also, actually, you know what? Also, we sweep out this low. We have bullish SMT. Oh, probably offside, dude. Oh my gosh, yeah. I gotta be offside, right? Because now we got 15-minute gap. Oh, yeah. 15-minute gap. Looks like the candle's respecting it so far. I kind of want to use this as a 5-minute gap, actually. 5-minute gap. Okay, now it's kind of making more sense, right? 5-minute for buy gap. 30-second change to delivery. 4 minutes left, but I kind of like this trade. But not super in love with it. The fair value gap's not really in discount. I don't know. We might tap OT. Who knows? I mean, it feels like it would be almost too clean. So now we have OT here. But like I said, it's possible that this was a 2022 model and we go lower. I don't know. I'm not super sure right now. Yeah, let's see. Do we react off this or do we go lower? Because once again, like this was a 2022 gap. Yeah. I feel like people are gonna get stopped out. Or maybe this holds. I don't know. So there's our Jake trades at OT. So OT holding. So far it's holding. But once again, like I'm not super convinced. I could also see us going lower because, I mean, once again, break of this low for value gap. It's a giant BPR we have to get above. Like, yes, we have low resistance highs, but are we going to get above this BPR? I don't know. I'm going to be done for the day in 2 minutes. I'm not loving anything. What are you laughing at? I'm gonna be done for the day. Nothing super obvious to me. I mean, we're in such premium. Yeah, and I'm getting kind of tired, so we're still in premium of this. Yeah, honestly though, I feel like we'll just have to see. I guess I'll review the market after. 1 minute left. Alright, 11:10 Eastern. I'm done. I'll see you guys later.